How's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for all the support, thanks for all the feedback, thanks for all the messages I've been getting over the past few weeks supporting this whole beginning to the Kroenke out movement. It should have started a long time ago, but I'm trying now. I'm trying, and apologies for the lack of content this week because obviously I'm on holiday. Man's got to enjoy myself sometimes. I've got to take myself out of the reality that Arsenal are shit at the moment and rotten to the core, in my opinion. We are rotten. As a club, we are rotten. From top to bottom, there's problems all over the gaff. And you know what? I said to someone the other day, there's nothing right at Arsenal Football Club. Nothing. From wages to players to staff to structure to owner to money to... There is nothing right at Arsenal Football Club. And you know what? If you think I'm wrong, let me know what has been right at Arsenal Football Club in the past 5 years, because I fail to see any angle that pleases me. Do you know what I mean? And look, today or yesterday, apparently Fenerbahce 50% confident. No, I support Fenerbahce. They do not. You know what? They want Ozil. Any Turkish team would want Ozil. The quality he possesses, he's likely to be a hit there, although the league is tough. But listen, Fenerbahce are brass, broke, no money. Finished 7th, 8th last year, in a relegation battle for the most of the season. There's no money there. And if you look at Fenerbahce's recruitment over the last couple of seasons, it's been focused on young talent, bringing through young players, getting a sell-on value, and pumping money into the club that way, reinvesting that way. So that there's no chance that Fenerbahce are getting Mesut Ozil this summer. So God knows why people are reporting that. Take it from me, yeah. This one you guys can take from me. Fenerbahce are my club in Turkey. They do not want Mesut Ozil. They can't do it. There's no chance. 350k, even if he went down to 200k, Fenerbahce can't do it. They can't do it. So all this talk about sponsors and all this, forget about it. Forget about it. Mesut Ozil is staying. And you know how I feel about him. You know how I feel. So if there was a glimmer of hope that he was leaving, trust me, I'll jump on it. But it's not happening. He's going to be an Arsenal player next season. He was in the Adidas advert. He's back at pre-season training already. So forget that. That story is a myth. Like I said, look at Fenerbahce's recruitment, focused on young talent, no money right now, and it's going to take a couple of years for them to get back to their standing in the Turkish league, because it was always historically Fenerbahce and Galatasaray, with a hint of Beşiktaş and Trabzonspor. But Fenerbahce over the past year or two, structurally it's kind of collapsed, and financially has collapsed. Dodgy decisions, wrong investment. Sounds similar to us over here, doesn't it? I say over here, but in London, Arsenal, pretty much the same story to a lesser scale. I mean, Arsenal are a much bigger, much greater club than Fenerbahce are, but it's a pretty much similar story. Unwise decisions got us to where we are, and similar over there. So there's no chance that Mesut Ozil is going to Fenerbahce. Let's get that straight. No chance whatsoever. Moving on to Kieran Tierney. A lot of people saying that he's had his medical. He was in London a couple of days ago. And hear this is the new one from the fans. The timing's not right to release that we've signed Tierney. How can the timing not be right? When the time's right, we're going to release that we've signed him. How can the time not be right? How can the time not be right? Firstly, it was the kit deal. When Adidas kit deal launches, you're going to see an influx of incomings and outgoings or whatever else. I don't see fuck all since the kit launch. Fuck all. Martinelli's coming, and I'm going to touch on him in a bit, because Martinelli coming in, I feel like has disrupted some of the young talent that we do possess at Arsenal Football Club, which could be detrimental to us in the long run. Let's stick to Martinelli now before we move on to Tierney anyway. So Martinelli's come in, just turned 18, a winger slash forward. Looks like he has potential. He looks like he has potential, but he hasn't really been tested, you know what I mean? All of our fans going mad, next Neymar, next this, next that. Who the fuck knows? Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a bad signing, because at the end of the day at Arsenal Football Club, we need to buy young talent to hold assets and have a sell-on value in a few years, like Liverpool did with Suarez and Coutinho, and that those two sales pretty much got them to where they are now in terms of reinvestment. Obviously, they had smart people behind the scenes dealing with the incomings and outgoings. When you look at some of the players Liverpool sold, and for the money they got, like just one that sticks out, Jordan Ibe, I think 19 million he went for. That's pretty much dead wood at Liverpool, going for near 20 million when we can't seem to get rid of anyone. So people talking about Raul and what he brings to the club, like what has he brought? What has Raul brought to this club so far? I don't see it. I really don't see it. People just talk a hell of a lot of shit online. Like I don't know where people get their information from. Do you know what I mean? Like, cool, Raul had a good track record at Barca, and cool, I do believe he's a football man, but so far he has done fuck all. So that's all I'm judging him on. I'm not judging him on what he done at Barcelona. I'm judging him on what he's doing at our club. And so far, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Do you know what I mean? What, Kieran Tierney? Yeah, okay, I believe we're going to sign Kieran Tierney. I do actually believe that. But is that really Raul coming in to sign Kieran Tierney? Is that what we brought him in for? Kieran Tierney's down the road from us. I say down the road, but United Kingdom. Raul didn't come in to bring that talent in. And then people link Martinelli to Edu coming in to become director of football. And if that's the case, then what is Raul actually doing? What, like, the links he's got hasn't beared any fruit for us at Arsenal Football Club. Do you know what I mean? His great history at Barcelona has not translated at Arsenal Football Club so far. So until it does, people need to stop hanging off his balls and saying this is a new era, new time, because nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. With Martinelli coming in, like I said, he's just turned 18. Look at our current squad. Javier Amaechi just turned 18 this year too. I think January, February was his birthday. Just turned 18. Good potential. Playing around English talent. And you know what? He's upset right now. He's not happy. And would you be happy? Same age, and we've just signed a Brazilian to come in. A Brazilian no one really knows anything about. Even if you look at his clips online. Like, I don't want to start him on the back foot, but even when you look at his clips online, clips usually make players look great. Martinelli's clips don't really excite me. I'm going to be honest. His finishing is quite poor. Do you know what I mean? He scores a lot of scuffed goals. Yes, he can grow into that and brush up on some of these things. But when you look at Javier Amaechi, he's been at Arsenal Football Club for a little while. Whether he supports us or not is another story, but he is Arsenal. So why are we bringing in other young talent to go ahead of him when we already know that he's not happy? Towards the end of last season, it was rumours that he would be let go or sold or moved on. And right now, I wouldn't be surprised if he is moved on in the next 4 weeks, because he isn't happy. That's a fact. He isn't happy. His agent's not happy. Family's not happy. And I don't blame him. I actually do not blame him one bit, because we've signed a player the same age who, to be honest, we know fuck all about, and it looks like he's gonna go above him in the pecking order. So in my opinion, obviously Amaechi is not the finished article, but we could have another Gnabry on our hands there. We could look back in 2 years and say, shit, how did we let him go? But this is how we're gonna let him go, because we're not realizing his talent, realizing his potential. Instead, we're going for a player from abroad with a fancy name, and hoping that he produces the goods and grows and develops at our club enough that we can say, yeah, it was a good buy. But on the other hand, like I said, we might look back in a few years and say, how the hell did we let Amaechi go for him? It's a big risk. It's a big risk. We all look at Gnabry, Bayern Munich's player of the season last season. We let him go to keep hold of, who was it at the time? Iwobi and Walcott. Honestly, is that what we did? Yes, that was the previous regime. I understand that. But this whole Martinelli and Amaechi thing really stinks of that whole period. We're not realising the talent we have. Yes, Reece Nelson's going to come in. Very happy about that, because he is Arsenal through and through. He supports us. He bleeds red. And he's really focused. And some of the statements he's coming out with over the last few weeks, it really shows that he's on his job this season. He wants to prove himself at Arsenal Football Club. He wants to be an Arsenal player. He wants to grow, develop at Arsenal. He wants to bring us forward, push us to the next level. Yes, he's very young. Yes, he can't do that alone. But that's the type of attitude I want to see at our football club. Not the attitude that we've seen in recent years, where it just looks like people are paying for the money and not the badge. So yeah, that's my opinion on some of the rumours that's going around. Kieran Tierney, yeah, he must be walking down from Scotland, because I don't know what's taking so long with him. That should be a quick, easy, look, one bid rejected, second bid put on the table. If it's rejected, sort it out, brush up on the little ins and outs, and get that deal over the line. Instead, Napoli have come in. They've gone ahead of us in the race. We've gone ahead of them in the race. It's a battle. They're in Champions League. Like, come on, this is Arsenal. This is what you lot do all the fucking time. Anytime we're challenged by another team for a player, we lose. Historically, we lose. And it's been not just the great team, not just like the Man Uniteds or the Real Madrids or Barcelona's, PSG's, Juventus. Do you remember that when we lost out to Luis Gustavo, to Wolfsburg? My man picked Wolfsburg instead of Arsenal. Like, we got a history of fucking about in the transfer market. And Kieran Tierney, as much as I do expect him to sign, I feel like we are really playing a risky game with him. Risky game. And if we do sign him, potentially ended up with 3 left backs, because it seems like Monreal has signed for an extra year. And if that's the case, we must be looking at moving Kolasinac. And if we've signed Monreal up for an extra year, are we really going into next season with 3 left backs? It just doesn't make sense. And listen, Kola had an up and down season. I believe Kola has more to give, more in his locker, especially with a manager that can kind of hone in on his skills and talents and brush up on where he lacks, like defensively, especially in a 4-4-2. So I just don't know about this kid. Maybe we're waiting to see if we can get rid of Kolasinac first before we get the deal over the line, but I just don't understand it. Look, the kit launch has come. It's nearly coming to a week. Same old shit. So all them people saying, wait till the kit launch, wait till the Adidas deal kicks in. Yeah, I've waited. Actually, I didn't wait. I've still done the protest, but here we are. I'm still waiting to be proven wrong. Honestly. And then you got people in the comments saying, how are you going to feel when we sign Zaha, Tierney and Saliba? Thinking, how am I going to feel? That's not a great window, mate. That's not a great window. If we end up signing Zaha for 17 more, yes, we've got a good player. Yes, we've got someone we need. But like I said in my last video, Neres, Ziyech together would cost 60-70 mil. Neres and Cengiz Ünder together would cost 60-70 mil. 2 quality players just as good as Zaha, younger than Zaha. Well, Ünder is younger than, but both of them, Neres and Ünder, they're both young talent. Both will have massive sell-on value. Whereas Zaha, at the prices being quoted, there is no sell-on value in him. So it's either he's a hit or a miss. Because if we spend anywhere over 60 mil for Zaha, 50 mil for Zaha, we're not getting half for that back in a few years. If push comes to shove and we need some reinvestment and whatnot. So still same old shit from Arsenal. Sorry for another negative video. Let me know what you think about in the comments below. But to round it up, Fenerbahce can't sign Mesut Ozil. Kieran Tierney should be signing for Arsenal, but we're fucking about again. I wouldn't be surprised if someone pips us to it. And Martinelli's, the signing of Martinelli has disrupted some of the young talent in our squad, and you'll see that unfold in the next few weeks, and understand a bit more what I mean about the unsettling of the young players. But yeah, carry on subscribing, carry on pushing these videos out, carry on messaging, feedback, comments. I do go through them from time to time, so love for everything. And remember the Instagram, Twitter, Turkish LDN. Keep on following that, keep on subscribing, keep on retweeting, sharing all this stuff. And hopefully Newcastle away, there's a little link up there. Hopefully Newcastle away, 2 of the worst owners in the league, the first game of the season. The numbers we could get if Arsenal and Newcastle fans unite and actually do a demonstration, walk out after 70 minutes, or don't go into the stadium till 20 minutes, it will really hit home. In the first game of the season, where everyone's usually excited for the season to start, if Arsenal and Newcastle fans say fuck it and stay outside the stadium for the first 20 minutes or leave after 70, that is a massive statement. Massive statement. And it would be the talk of the first week of games. It would be the main focus point. If we talked about Sky Sports, if we talked about BT Sport, we talked about everywhere. Because the first game of the season should be a great time, exciting. It should be filled with hope, but not for Newcastle and Arsenal fans. So let me see what I can do over there, man. Hopefully, True Geordie, I can get hold of him because he has a massive influence over there. But he's a hard man to get hold of. But that's someone I really rate. I remember how he came up. I remember watching his videos when I was a bit younger, and when I look at him now, when I look at what he's created, he's actually done very well for himself. And he's not just a football man. He's become something more. But hopefully, I can get hold of him and something can be done at Newcastle away. Like, I don't even mind driving up to 4 or 5 hours to protest and come back down. That's how serious I am. I don't mind burning my ticket while I'm there and then just coming back down. Because look at it, people are going to say, just hand in your ticket. But then someone else will take it. It won't be an empty seat. So I'm just going to have to be spending money right now. If we get the support, because if it's just me doing it, it's not going to do fuck all. But if the support comes and we boycott the game, or we leave early, or we attend a bit later, then that's definitely a start. It's definitely a talking point, and it's definitely something that should really start kickstarting things next season, because we're gonna look. It's gonna be a similar season, another similar season. 4 weeks left of the transfer window. 4 weeks left of the league starts. We are fucked. We are fucked. I haven't even got onto Mustafi and Mkhitaryan. Like, Mustafi, I haven't really seen promoted in the new kit, but Mickey has. Are we really keeping Mickey and Ozil at this club again? Are we really doing that? Listen, I'm on holiday anyway, man. Let me just sit back and chill. I just thought I'd give you guys another video, especially that Mesut Ozil rumour. Don't believe that. It's bullshit. I'll be the first one to hang off that rumour if it was true, because I want him gone, but it's not happening. It's not happening, people. I love for all the support.